What is up, YouTube? LazeeLlama here, and here we are back with some more Route 2, once more, grinding along. We haven't really pushed it that far. I actually did one quick ascension in between, but we just unlocked Alabaster, which is interesting, because we haven't even gotten CAD's upgrades done yet, so I'm not sure exactly how this stage of the game works. It did stop progression there, so I just put those in, making a little more out of this, but 1 minute. Let me organize this while it pushes out, and we're going to look into that. Did all these finish? Holy crap. They're like all on the same kind of timer? Jeez. I just kind of choose the longest timers in this game until I see like a Ruby one. Like, I could care less about the quests in this right now on Route 2. Like, they really don't matter to me. Because I really don't care about mercenaries. Mercenaries are kind of pointless to me. We probably have some stuff in here we can go through and pick out. So you see we already stopped, so I'm curious. But by max of that, those go up to 75 as well. There's no way it comes up to the level that we need though, right? No way. No way it's better. It's not going to do kind of what like Clicker Heroes does, is it? Oh, it is! So this is kind of what Clicker Heroes does, where it's like you don't quite get to the upgrade on the when you get to like normal Clicker Heroes, when you get to the A Scouts, they do this. So that's interesting. So I'm doing more damage now with Alabaster, and I'm assuming when I can afford CAD's upgrade here, we'll go to CAD again? Or maybe even these three will do it? And we'll get to that first. I mean, we still need a lot of levels for CADs. Yeah, I mean, we're going to probably get to this before we... that's expensive too, though. I don't know. I didn't really look at the price difference between these. But I can tell you that Alabaster is more damage. I didn't really notice how much more. It was in the 800 somewhere, I think, though. So this is almost to the 1,000 mark there. So, I mean, it's got to be over like 100 more at least. Could even be upwards of 150. It's quite a bit. So we're not actually kind of ascending or anything, but I wanted to show that off because I saw it was weird when Alabaster popped up. So we are still pushing along without quick ascending. There's an Alabaster instead of CAD without getting CAD's upgrade. So it was interesting. It's cool. This does the same thing. It also goes up by 75 at a time. So it's like they're the same, and I'm assuming this is going to be the same. But we're probably going to do it for these three. I doubt Chrono or Chiron will be part of it as well. But maybe. I mean, it's possible, I guess, but I think it's just going to be these three. It's weird that they didn't do it for like all the Rangers, but it's cool. I like the idea of it. It kind of brings part of the main game in, the end game that most people aren't even at, but you know what I'm talking about. Anyways, wanted to show that off. We'll obviously come back with some more updates here in a bit. Alright, so I pushed a little bit farther, and it came to an end relatively quick. I'm going to do a quick ascension here with you guys real quick, but I'm probably going to do a couple off camera just to grind through some of this as we're kind of getting to a bit of the grinding. I actually took this off as I was testing. I was seeing once I went back to CAD, I put in CAD to see if for some reason CAD somehow like took back over. I was trying to learn kind of how this whole thing's working right now, like piecing it together. Again, I like the concept of it though, how it's going to have me go to other heroes without necessarily finishing up the hero we're on. It looks like this only goes to 45,000. That's 70,000. So it's up there. Like, it's different. Like, there's something going on. I'm gonna piece it together. I'm gonna figure out kind of how it works. But I'm intrigued. I'm intrigued by it. It kind of brought like a little bit of wonder back into Route 2 for me. It's not like I'm bored of Route 2 or anything. I'm still enjoying pushing in Route 2. But it definitely brought back some like interesting like thoughts and kind of how it might be working. So it was pretty sweet. I'm liking how it's going. I like how they switched that up on me. Alright, I should say, but I like it's out to switch around. Anyways, we're gonna get through, get all of our gold guys going here. Just get kind of all the ancients all sorted out together and see what we can make happen. We're getting a relatively good jump. It's actually, this is again higher than my last jump was. I just did one. I think it was it off camera? I may have did it off camera a bit ago, like either 2 ago or something. It was like under 100 of everything. That's not what I'm supposed to be leveling. You are 1 higher. You're 1 lower. Jeez, they're all over the place. And then you're this, and you're this, but at 10. And lastly, we got admin. Bam. Alright, sweet. So you can see the treasure chest percent pretty much down to nothing. Boss timer, our boss health is still way up there. What I'm getting concerned about is the monsters per zone is getting really low in comparison to the boss health. And I don't know if they're going down evenly. I'm worried we're not going to have one monster per zone all the way through, which I'm not going to deal with. I'm trying to think off the top of my head what 35 monsters per zone will get me to, but I can't even really think about it. Again, I'm kind of following what they said to follow on the Discord as far as that like spreadsheet thing went. The little thing we showed on camera a couple episodes ago. I actually posted it in my Discord as well for people. I pinned it in the gaming chat for anyone who's curious what I'm talking about. But that's getting really low. Again, I don't care about the primal chance of the treasure chest, or even really the boss timer. It's gonna get down to 2 seconds too. But what it is the boss health and the monsters, because monsters needs to stay at 2. Boss health is supposed to stay under 5. But hopefully we'll kind of get to pay attention to that. I don't have to like refer to this point of the video to kind of see how that goes. But nonetheless, we're still grinding along, guys. Again, in Alabaster, I want to say we're probably going to Astraea before we end up going back to CAD. I think that's how it's going to work. I'm looking at the gold, trying to think of how much this is going to cost to get like up there. I mean, it's a long time till 70,000, so I think it's going to work. This one's upgrade is probably going to be even like less than this or something. It's going to be like, you know, 25,000 or like 30,000 or something. And then you're going to get this and then this and then that. And it's probably going to work through with the 4 upgrades like that. To be honest, it's probably how it's going to work. And that's probably where you get to the end point of this transcendence. You see, we can ascend for quite a bit. And if we get stuck or this thing doesn't work out the way I want it to, I might end up transcending without doing the full push because I'm not going to do less than or more than 2 monsters a zone. I don't see that to be efficient. I don't see that to be efficient, especially not like being able to time lapse through it or something. If you could time lapse through it, it wouldn't be so bad. You just spend more rubies on time lapsing, but yeah. Nonetheless, guys, that's gonna be it for now. We're gonna come back with some more progression in a bit. Right, guys, we are back. Still grinding along. As you see, a ton of fish on the screen. You can see it did kind of work out the way I was thinking of. I forget if I showed you guys how this was going, and I did try to level up before I went to bed to get CAD. It's upgrade, which we can actually get now, which is pretty cool. We're relatively close to that. This upgrade also is 42,000, which isn't much different than the 45,000 here. So I don't know, it's a little odd, but nonetheless, we'll probably get a little bit of pushing off of here. But we should be able to see our damage go up from this 24,169 to something higher. Back on CAD. Oh, I didn't buy the upgrade. Yeah, 24. It was 24,169 before, so it went up quite a bit. We also have some more guilds here we can pick up. I just wanted to see kind of what that did without doing that first. Pop them in here, and yeah. So we didn't actually do any like quick ascension or anything. And you see the next one is much higher. I mean, I guess that's still going to be a relatively good point. I mean, if that's the highest I can buy Alabaster and that's the highest I can buy Astraea, it's about half. So it's going to take, you know, double the length to get to there, and it makes sense. I'm curious, though, if this is going to push long enough for us to get this next upgrade, or if we're going to have to ascend, or kind of how it's going to play itself out. But real quick, I just want to throw some quests on these guys. Again, I really don't care what they pan out being. We could look through some of this stuff as well. I kind of like to do this with you guys just to check out so we can get some like new high records and stuff. Metal detector I could care less about. It does have golden clicks in there. We already have a golden clicks that lasts for a while. I should probably refresh these. We really want, I keep thinking I'm not actually clicking them, but I am. That's a really good golden clicks though. I mean, we don't need all of this added to that, so it makes sense to replace it. I think which one of these had golden clicks? Yeah, that. Which is also, so that one can be replaced altogether now if we get something else. Again, metal detector's just not needed. That's a ridiculous time. But it's not needed. Another super, jeez. That's a dirty super clicks. So we can get anything else though that actually helps out. I would love a click storm one. Oop. Over here. If I miss one, I miss one, but I am looking for a click storm. There's a click storm. That's 26,000 levels. We'd be losing the power surge, replacing that. We can replace this one though, right? Yeah, I mean it makes sense. It's this guy right here. Correct? No, where was it? Somewhere down here. That. to replace that one. So now Clickstorm lasts for 17 hours, meaning I can take this off here and actually have that clicking with me. Which is nice. It just gives me an extra, you know, auto clicker. That's a decent. No, that's one replace them. So that's a decent mixture, but we don't need that. That's it is technically better than that. Why are we getting so many super clicks though? I mean, it makes sense to put that one on though. And then that's probably it. Yeah. So right now we've got our power surge in there, which we need to replace that obviously. We've got a that's our click storm. That one's our super clicks, and then we've upgraded our golden clicks, which now lasts for a long time. Actually, it doesn't last for that long. Oh, that's the wealth. No, crap. That's the percent. I'm gonna need to try to find that one I had, but yeah, that's it. Oop, I like right clicked and it like freaked out. That one. No, we still want that. The 20 hours. So, all right, we're back to that, but I read that wrong before. But anyways, we can purge these out. We don't need any more of these. Nonetheless, we're going to come back with one more update this video. I know it's a little bit longer of a video. It's kind of how I'm going to do this one. They're going to come back with one more update a bit later on and see kind of where we're at with things. Alright guys, so to finally wrap this up, you can see how this has been going. Kind of see my progress on how things have been going. It is these 3 people that you kind of work through, which we kind of clarified last time, but not completely. I got a little bit of guilds in here. Yeah, nothing really. And we are ready to do a quick ascension. Try to push farther. That should probably let me afford that when I got to do this first part, but should let me afford it, I would think. But we'll see. Let's go find out real quick. I hope it let me actually reach the cost of that. It's only like 6K, so it should. We have been actually progressing pretty fast through this without using too many time lapses. I've definitely done not time lapses, quick ascensions. I have done a little bit off camera. I forget how many runs, but I expect probably next episode to be a bigger gap than normal between episodes. As I'm slightly ahead and I have a lot of Click Your Heroes, like my main series content, like being able to be like recorded right now, which is the way that series is going. So it's gonna, when that happens, you know, if I have the chance to slow down on the amount of videos I'm producing of this, I'm going to. Which that is kind of the case. Don't expect too much differences like with the way this is coming out. I mean, it's not gonna be like crazy. It's not like I'm gonna be dropping. You're going to see it. You probably won't even notice a difference, to be completely honest. But just letting you guys know, for some of those people who do pay attention, you may notice a slight decrease in uploads of this Click Your Heroes, as the other Click Your Heroes series is going to be made more. I almost did that wrong. I had to think about that a minute. I'm like, wait. It's just because this is so many levels like lower. It like threw me off. And bam. We got some golden stuff here. No. The ruby ones kind of suck. I really don't want to spend it. I should probably send someone out on a quest though. Fabled. Oh, look at that. Sniperino. Sadly, it's not better than what we have. I'd love to, but. Oh, wait. Sniperino. Actually, we want Sniperino. I'd have to get rid of this, though, right? Do I have another? That's our only gold one, right? So, like, right here. This lasts for 20 hours. If I replace this, that makes it last, yeah, for 2. That still lasts a long time. That's got something else in here somewhere. But what I'd like to do, yeah, there. What I'd like to do is do it like that. That lasts for 5 days, and I'd rather put this on here, just because that one's better. Let's see if there's anything else good in here. It's a lower. It's got metal detector and power surge in it. We don't really need a long-lasting metal detector necessarily, but that right there, it's actually better. Power surge and yeah. So this one, nope. Sorry, that one is better. It's gonna raise the time on that to 4 days and also make this last for 3 days instead of it lasting much shorter like it did there. That one actually would have been better too. I just totally missed it. And yeah, that's good. That's a high Pluto, but if we can get that in there. Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, never mind, never mind. I looked at it again. I looked at it wrong. You're looking for it to boost, like, the time of this, not the amount. I totally read it wrong again. I almost did it. But anyways, that's going to be... Oh, we didn't quite reach it. We'll definitely reach it, though. And then this one, I mean, these are both 100,000 upgrades. And that's 180,000. So we'll get to that, push for that, and then it's back up here. And I'm assuming they all have 4 upgrades, like they naturally do in the game. And then I don't know if these are going to have any weird, like, leveling up stats or not. But we'll obviously find out as we get there. But anyways, hope you guys did enjoy this video. If so, please smack the like button. And as always, I will catch you in the next one. Peace!